So what is compound interest and what is simple interest? Simple interest, hopefully you learned from the last lesson, is the principal times the rate times the time. How does that relate to compound interest? How are they different? That's what this video is going to explore. So we're actually going to look at a problem here. So Regina deposits $3,500 in a savings account that pays 1.5% interest compounded semi-annually. So this is compounded interest. It's not simple interest. So compounded interest really deals with you earn interest on top of the interest that you earned from before. Semi-annually means you're earning interest every 6 months or every half a year. So the second half of the year, you're going to earn interest on the interest that you already earned from the first half of the year. So for this problem, we're actually going to use the simple interest formula to help us determine how much will be in the account, even though it's compounded semi-annually. That's going to show you how compound interest and simple interest actually relate. So part A, how much interest does the account earn in the first 6 months? So first 6 months is half a year. Ooh, that's really large. I'm sorry. Give me a second to change that. So we're only looking at half a year, which is really making it, we're dealing with the compounded semi-annually. And we just are interested in the interest. We don't care how much is left in the account. We're just looking at the interest. Hence why we're going to use the simple interest formula. So we're using our simple interest formula. Our simple interest formula is I equals principal times rate times time. So the principal, the amount that we're investing, is $3,500. The rate is 1.5%, but remember, we always want to make sure our rate is written as a decimal. So we take our decimal point to change from a percent to a decimal and move it 2 places to the left. And then we fill in zeros into that. So my interest rate is really 0.0105. And remember, we're only interested in the first 6 months. So that's half a year that we're dealing with. When you multiply those out, we get interest of $18.38. So that's what the bank is going to pay you to keep your $3,500 in the account. So part B, what is the balance at the end of the first 6 months? So you don't just have $3,500 anymore. Now you have that $3,500 plus the interest, the money that the bank is giving you for holding on to that. So to calculate this one, we're going to take the balance and we're going to add the interest. So the balance was $3,500, and to that we're going to add the interest of $18.38. So our balance at the end of 6 months will be $3,518.38. So now how much interest does the account earn in the second 6 months? This is where the whole compound interest kind of comes into play, because your principal now is not $3,500. Your principal is this $3,518.38, because that's what is in your account at the end of that first 6 months. So now you have a new principal, which is how your interest is compounded. So we can still use that simple interest formula because they only are asking for the interest here. So the principal, remember, is not the original balance because we earned interest in the first 6 months. So my principal is $3,518.38. My rate doesn't change. So I have 0.0105. and my time, we're only looking at 6 months still. So 6 months is half a year. When I multiply those out, I'll get $18.47. Again, this is what the bank is giving me to hold on to my money. This is just something the bank gives to you. That's the benefit of having your money in a bank as opposed to just keeping it in your closet or hidden underneath your mattress. So part D, what is the balance at the end of the year? Again, the balance at the end of the year here, we're going to take the balance that we started off with and we're going to add in the interest that we earned, that the bank gave us. So remember, my balance was not that $3,500, it was that $3,518.38. And to that, I'm adding my interest that I earned in the second 6 months of $18.47. And I'll get $3,536.85. So at the end of the year, that's how much money I'm going to have in my account. So how much interest did I earn the first year? You can do this in one of two ways. You can add up the individual interests, or you can take that balance that you had at the end of the year and subtract it from the original amount. Again, either way you do this, you're going to get the amount of interest earned. So I'll show you both ways. $18.38 is what I earned in the first 6 months. And $18.47 is what I earned in the second 6 months, which gives me a total of $36.85. Or another way you can look at it would be my balance at the end of the year was $3,536.85. And I take away the balance that I started off with, the $3,500, which again gives me a value of $36.85. So how does this relate to the compound interest formula itself? We'll see that in a second after we answer these few other questions. So how much interest would $3,500 earn in 1 year? At 1.05% interest compounded annually. So this is changing the question now, because now I'm not compounding semi-annually. I'm not doing it twice a year. I'm only doing it once a year. And for that, I need to account for, instead of the 0.5, I need to account for a full year. I'm not getting paid every 6 months. So I need to use that simple interest formula, but in the terms that are given to me. The principal, again, it says right here, I'm starting off with $3,500. Oops. The rate, 1.05%. Make sure you change that percent to a decimal. And the time is, I'm only getting interest every year, annually. So one time a year. This is the simple interest formula, even though it says it's compounded annually. When I multiply these out, I'll get $36.75. So if I compound semi-annually at the end of the year, I'll have $3,536.85. If I compound annually, I'll have, just interest-wise, $36.75. Which means at the end of the year, I would have $3,536.75. So how much more interest does Regina earn at an interest rate compounded semi-annually than annually? Compare the two interests that she earns. Semi-annually, she earned $36.85. Annually, she earned $36.75. So there's what she earned semi-annually. Here's what she earned annually. There's a 10-cent difference. So, I mean, yes, 10 cents doesn't seem like a lot, but when the bank is giving you money, would you turn down a dime? I mean, some people might, but let's be realistic. Over a whole bunch of time, that dime adds up. That dime right now might seem petty, but the dime over 10 years will be plenty of money added in that the bank is just giving you. So, how does this method of going through and finding it using the simple interest formula compared to the compound interest formula? So the compound interest formula is balance equals principal times the quantity 1 plus the rate divided by the number of times compounded, all raised to the number of times compounded times the time. This formula only will, in essence, give you the ending balance. Yes, you'll be able to figure out the interest if you subtract the ending balance from the original principal, but this doesn't give you the interest earned after 6 months, the interest earned after the full individual quarter or the individual amount of time compounded. So be careful of what they're asking for you. If they're asking for the total interest, how much interest does this account earn after the first year, you technically could use this formula. But if they're asking you how much interest it earns in the first 6 months, in the first quarter, in the first week, you need to use the simple interest formula and then deal with the compound interest in that way.